Yo, guys, can you hear me now? Sorry, I had a audio issue, so I hope you guys can hear me now. Yo, chat, can you hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. So the audio is good now. Welcome to the chat, guys. It's a live stream with Germany and Ivory Coast. Let me know in the chat who you guys are supporting. As a fellow African, I'll be supporting Germany. I mean, Ivory Coast rather. So yeah, let's see how this game's gonna go. Obviously, in my mind, when I look at Ivory Coast, I'm gonna see how Amad Diallo as well as Diomande are going to basically play because they are the biggest names on the pitch. Although they are very talented players overall in Ivory Coast, and the African teams such as Ivory Coast are the ones that are fun to watch because they actually play as a team. So they don't get too frazzled by the lights. However, with Germany and the way they've started, obviously their first fixture was a much easier opponent, but they are full of confidence. And yes, players like Havertz, players like Dietz and Musiala are the ones who can open up a tough defense. However, Ivory Coast, especially with their corners, are the more physical side, and even in one-on-one duels, they're going to be a lot more physical. So let's see how this game is going to unfold, and I hope we get a cracking game because the Netherlands and Sweden game was a cracker. Let me know in the chat what you guys thought of the Netherlands and Sweden game. Also in the chat, guys, let me know what country you're from and who you're supporting in the World Cup. The game's about to begin. We've got our officials walking on. Let's hope we get a clean game. Let's hope VAR also do their job. So the lineup, we've got Manuel Neuer in goal. We've got Kimmich as captain. Musiala starting with Viet, Havertz, and Sane. Then Pavlovic is there as well. Nathaniel Brown, who, by the way, Bayern Munich are actually closing in on. So I don't know much about him, but a lot of people say he's one of the German stars. On the bench, Rudiger is on the bench. Voltemade can come on as well. In Ivory Coast, we've got Fofana and we have Agbado. We also have Odolin Kosono. Please watch out for him. He's really good in corners. Captain Frankie Kessie. Then we've got Diamande and we've got Diallo. So let's see how Ivory Coast can actually meet up with Germany and give them a tough time. So during corners, we're gonna play a game where if it's a corner, you'll press one if you think it's gonna be a clearance, two if you think it's going to be a goal, or three if you think it's going to be a short corner. You guys will let me know. The match is about to start. The kickoff has just been done. Germany are starting the game. Long ball to Havertz. Dietz gets it back. Havertz with the first shot of the game off target. So Germany starting very direct. Yeah, with the players that are on the pitch right now, man, it's going to be a very tough game because it's going to be Germans' quick transitions, um, as well as technical ability, with Ivory Coast's quick transitions versus the physical strength as well. And you'll see players like Amad Diallo, who are really, really players who are used to playing in Europe, as well as Diomande, who actually plays in Germany, um, are going to basically be the ones to watch out for. And you'll see what I mean when I say that teams like Ivory Coast, compared to a lot of African teams, they play like a team similar to Morocco. They really play like a unit who understand the mission. And I mean, Manuel Neuer is getting older, man. I mean, even so, with the previous game, even though Germany really dominated, Neuer showed that his age is getting to him, and this will definitely be his last World Cup. So if Ivory Coast, especially during corners, Neuer is susceptible, they should utilize those corners to their advantage. And if Ivory Coast can score first, then it's going to be a really, really tough game for Germany because they'll have to react to a team who knows how to defend. But you're seeing good interplay with Germany. I think the player that surprised me the most in the first game was Musiala. I've always rated Musiala, but he really ran things in the middle more than Viet. I really thought Viet with Germany was going to wake up and actually show us his old form. But Musiala for me has been the main guy. What do you guys think in the chat? Ivory Coast are in the box. Ivory Coast, oh, couldn't find a man in the box, but they got to the final third. Germany cleared. Let's see now. Ivory Coast looking to control the game, slow it down a bit. Also, what do you guys think of these new rules, man? Do you think the rules in the World Cup should eventually bleed into the league format where when you go back to club football, quicker corners should be taken, quicker throw-ins should be taken, the 5 second penalty rule, the 5 second rule, where if a team takes a corner too slow, it should be overturned, or if the goal kick is too slow, it should turn into a corner for the other team. What do you guys think of these new rules? Do you think they make the game more entertaining, or do you think when it goes back to club football, the normal rules should take over? This is going to be a proper physical battle. Let's just see. Germany's are attacking now. Germany at full. Oh, the Viets couldn't find his man. At least Leroy Sané is there just to help out when it comes to the creative side of things because I feel like Musiala is sharper than Viets right now. Ivory Coast got the ball back. They're playing in the middle, just lost the ball. The press of Germany is top class. So Germany have control now. They're looking to go into the final third. Viets loses the ball again. So this is what I mean when I say Musiala is sharper than Viets already in the first few minutes. Florian Viets has lost the ball. Kimmich with the throw in. Germany are back in possession. Yeah, this is a very tentative start. In the beginning, it's very tentative. I don't even, besides the first shot, I don't remember seeing Havertz touch the ball again. And Kimmich, under pressure, forced to pass back to Neuer. Game starts from the back again. Ivory Coast keeper under pressure. Ooh, a little too relaxed from number 3 at Ivory Coast with Leroy Sané putting a lot of pressure. Conan is the number 3. A little too relaxed with the clearance. Almost got caught off guard. Bad throw in. Lucky to go back to the Ivory Coast striker. Running down the line. No one's in the box. Okay, finally someone is in the box. Found player there. I don't know why. I don't think I saw Nicola Pepe starting. I think he's on the bench. But Ivory Coast have control of the game. They're currently in the final third, and that was a bad pass. Oh my word, that was a bad pass in the final third. It's gone back to Germany. Germany are breaking through. Leroy Sané tried to outrun the defender. Ivory Coast have the ball back. This is a ping pong game. Up and down, at least it's not in the air. It's a game that's being played on the ground, which is entertaining. So we are seeing a fast pace from both teams. So definitely with such a stadium, fast pace, humidity, hydration breaks are going to be needed. But for now, I'm very excited because the game hasn't started slowly. It's actually been very entertaining. They're looking to thread through passes. We just need a few more shots just to create that scintillating side of the game. But in terms of getting the ball back, presses from both teams, one team doesn't necessarily dominate the position. And as Ivory Coast, would hate for Germany to dominate position because I don't know if you agree with me, Germany in possession are lethal. But so far, Ivory Coast are holding their own. They're really, really holding their own. They are not a pushover African team. They can definitely go head to head with the biggest teams in the world. So that's why Germany respect them. And that's why Germany are trying to get the first goal as desperately as possible. Germany there in the box. Ivory Coast got it back. Ooh, good stuff from Florian Wirtz winning the ball back. That's much better from him. Now, Germany are in a dangerous position with a lot of their players in the final third. Ooh, Havertz with the corner, with the header rather, and the keeper clears the header. That was very, very good play. Very good build up for Germany. Very good pass into the box. Havertz on target with his header, but at least Ivory Coast handled that and controlled it easily. So let me know in the chat, guys, where you guys from, who you got winning, what's your prediction. And who are your favorite players on the pitch? When you look at the general height of the players on the pitch, they there aren't too many discrepancies. They both have short players, they both have pacey players, they both have physical players, and this is why this game is very entertaining. But I honestly think the team that scores first is the team that will end up controlling the game. So it's the race to actually get the first goal. I'm gonna run a poll, guys. Just want to see what you guys think. Ooh, Ivory Coast in the final third, crossing the box, cleared by Germany. Ooh, follow up almost got in. Defenders did their job for Germany. So let me know, guys. I'm gonna ask who is going to score the first goal, Germany or Ivory Coast. This game is really getting hot now. In terms of opportunities, they are creating a lot more opportunities now from both teams. So vote in the poll there. Let me know what your choice is. Do you think Germany is going to score the first goal the way the game has started, or do you think we're going to get a shock in Ivory Coast shocking the world with the first goal? Also, I read a stat recently where Ivory Coast have never made it to the knockout rounds in the World Cup. So if they were to win this game or get or earn a tough draw, that means that they stand a chance of actually making it through to the knockout stages for the first time in the World Cup. So that was a very interesting fact. So far, the game is quite even. Let's actually look at the stats here. I want to see what possession stats are looking like for Ivory Coast and Germany. So 55% possession goes to Germany and 45% goes to Ivory Coast. So far, the biggest chance created goes to Germany with two shots for Germany and one shot for Ivory Coast, and none of them have actually had a shot on target as yet. And if I'm correct, we don't even have a single corner. So yeah, this is quite an interesting 15 minutes that have gone into the game, with the hydration break coming in the next few minutes. Let's see. Schlotterbuck is on the ground now. I know my live stream is a bit behind in terms of the streaming. However, you guys might be a little bit ahead in terms of seeing what has happened to Schlotterbuck. But on my screen right now, he's on the ground. The medical team is just checking him out. He's still on the ground. The medical team are still working on him. I think the one person who can replace him would be Rudiger. So, in other news, I just got an update that the Tottenham Hotspur bid for Tonali has been rejected. They bid £80 million for Tonali, which is almost around the value that Tottenham wants. I know Tottenham are looking for 100, not Tottenham, Newcastle are looking for £100 million. I wonder what you guys in the chat think. Is he worth £100 million, or is that overinflated in terms of his value? Sandawanaguna, I see you going for a German win. Yeah, so far in the beginning of the game, it's balanced. I really don't know who's going to win. Whoever takes the best chances, which should be Germany, is going to win this game, and whoever scores first will win. So yeah, you you going. I'm sure you're going with who the favorite is. 0-0, 20 minutes in. Neuer actually making it as the first choice keeper for me. I know he's got a lot of experience, but Could Germany not bring anyone else as a first team keeper? Because even the other keepers around Neuer are also aging. Oh, oh, looks like we got our first goal, guys. See, Florian Wirtz on the edge. Musiala. Who scored? That was not a goal. Okay, so that was a corner. Okay. Sorry, guys. My apologies. My mic fell. Corner, Germany goes close. Why? Why did they say it wasn't a goal? Referee waves it all off. VAR should do their job now. Let's see what VAR will do. Hi, that looks like an own goal. That looks like an own goal. Keeper couldn't catch it, but now they're going to say Pavlovic disturbed them because Pavlovic bumped his hands from grabbing the ball. So I think VAR is going to step in and rule the game off, the goal off. That was close. That was very close. With these new rules, I know it's definitely not going to be a goal. Now the keeper's milking it. Yeah, look, he was gonna grab the ball and Pavlovic bumped him. Okay, that is a foul. That is a foul. So funny how some players like to say shoulder to shoulder when they clearly know that it wasn't shoulder to shoulder. That was not shoulder to shoulder with the keeper. His shoulder was on the keeper's arms, and had he not been there, the keeper would have caught the ball. So let's see if Ivory Coast can take this goal kick quickly. Those of you guys tuning in, those of you guys passing by, thank you for tuning in and drop a comment, man. Just hit the poll there. Let us know who you think is going to score the first goal. Germany have had their goal ruled out. So let me know who your first goal scorer will be. Yes. With regards to the transfer market, let's get back to that. Um, which team do you guys think has had the biggest or most successful window thus far? Let me actually drop that in as well as one of the polls. Okay, let's do that a bit later. After we have successfully answered the poll for the Germany versus Ivory Coast in terms of first goal. Once they score the first goal, I'll create a new poll with regards to the transfer window. Hydration break, guys. Let's go to our hydration break. We'll come back and we'll see what the rest of the first half is going to give us. Hopefully, we get a goal before the first half because I think this game will really be a cracker once the first goal is scored. But for now, we'll come back after the hydration break.
While the world is watching, you could be winning. Bet on all 104 matches with World Sports Betting. Choose from hundreds of live and pre-match markets every game. Cash in early with the revolutionary 2-Up feature. Plus, stand a chance to win your share of a massive 20 million rand in cash and prizes with our exciting predictors and free-to-play penalty shootout. Back the boys to bring it home with World Sports Betting. Bet responsibly. Bet with World Sports Betting.
There was this guy having a stroke. He pushed one button, and I'm already on my way.
Driving to a client meeting, a stone hits my windscreen. Luckily, I have momentum insured.
You know, girls, not all car insurance is created equal.
Let's cheap, baby. Yaga yaga. She call me party starter. Gen Z president, Yastrata. The girlfriend, I'm a swag. Yaga yaga. Party starter.
Well, the biggest moment of note in this first half so far, that effort from Alexander Pavlovic.
Chat. I didn't see that my microphone was off this whole time. Please let me know when my mic is off. My apologies, guys. I thought you could hear me this whole time, but I see you couldn't actually hear me. But let me know in the chat who you think will score the equalizer for Germany if they do score the equalizer. I see one of you already has voted for Kai Havertz, one of the goal scorers. Jump in, guys. Let me know in the poll. Do you think it will be Kai Havertz? Do you think it will be Florian Wirtz, Musiala, or Leroy Sané? You know, another thing that's fun is just watching these underdogs really go head on, but also have fun while they're doing it. I mean, yes, Ivory Coast are leading right now, so obviously they're the team who's going to be smiling the most. But they're still positive. They're not trying to defend a one-goal lead because it takes one goal for Germany to get back into it and for the momentum to change. Let's see what Germany can do with this ball. Oof. How's the ref not called that? Havertz with the goal, was it? Yeah, there was a foul. Yes, I did see that. That was a foul. Well, Germany are knocking on the door. I mean, they are knocking on the door. It's just all about them getting a proper opportunity and taking it before Ivory Coast score their second goal. Because once Ivory Coast score the second goal, that's going to be a very long day for Germany. We've seen them with massive comebacks. You know, they are one of the countries that have great comeback history. You see, Musiala is such a star player, man. He's so calm in possession. Oh, who is number 23 for Germany? Number 23 is his first name? Felix Mecha. Felix Mecha. Yo, he ran down the line very well. Yeah, Havertz is a top goal scorer for. He's not the top goal scorer, but one of the classiest goal scorers for Germany, and he scores very important goals for club and country. Let's see what Germany will do with this corner, guys. Corner in. Messi header clearance by Ivory Coast. And it's gone to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo, one-on-one with Nathaniel Brown. Oh, he had Nathaniel there. Had it not been for, is it Frank Mecha that came back there? or was it Musiala with the tackle? Oh, nice stuff. Yeah, no, this is Musiala on the wing. Vietz with the Vietz couldn't connect properly. That was a good counter attack by Germany, and good corner at the end of the day. So let's see how things are gonna go. The German fans are very nervous, very nervous. Yeah, no. You see this Felix Mecha, very good player, man, in the middle there. What club does he play for? Let's see. Felix Mecha. Corner goes in for Germany. That was not on target. Ooh, Ivory Coast are actually defending quite well. So Felix Mecha plays for Borussia Dortmund. He's right in the middle with Pavlovic. So he's one of the players that has really shown me good quality. Ivory Coast, that was a very messy clearance. Get it out. Go to the wing. Ivory Coast is now attacking Germany. And Diomande on the left there. He's having a good time on the left. Diomande is doing well on the left there. He gets a lot of freedom and he's had a lot of good runs on the left there. There's just a few more minutes left to get to the halfway to half time. I wonder how much added time they're going to add. Don't forget to vote on the poll, guys. Let me know who you think is going to equalize for Germany. So far, the score is 1-0 to Ivory Coast. We are 42 minutes in. The captain for Ivory Coast scored, Frank Casey. Those of you tuning in, those of you passing by, let us know in the poll who you think is going to equalize for Germany. Nagelsmann scratching his head. Halftime talk. Let's see how he changes things up for Germany. Ivory Coast are looking disciplined. They're looking calm when Germany are attacking them. They're not panicking. Vietz looking for Sane. Sane loses the ball. Vietz tries to get it back. Sane and Vietz working hard to try get it back. Diomande. Oh, did he keep it in? Oh, he did not. Jan Diomande. Oh, he did. Okay. So that was not called off. Jan Diomande. Bad pass. Couldn't find Diomande back. Don't forget to vote in the poll, guys. Let me know who is going to equalize. Looks like we're not going to get another goal before the second half. Because if Ivory Coast go into the first half 1-0 up, that's a massive advantage. 7 minutes added. 7 minutes added. Okay, we might get an equalizer here. Or the underdog might extend their lead. Sane cutting in, looking for Havertz, could not find Havertz. Clearance by Ivory Coast. Jan Diomande got the ball. Throw in. Ivory Coast. Let's hope they don't play any delay tactics because we know with the new rules, the throw-in could be turned over. See, it looks like we are well into the first half. So I just lost my stream, guys. Sorry about that. Let me just try to get the stream back. Still 1-0 to Ivory Coast. 47 minutes in. Got 7 minutes added time. Got the stream back. What did I miss? Musiala trying to dip and dive, looking for a free kick. Ref says no, no free kick. Get back up. Ah, where's the free kick there? No one was touched. No, no free kick. We're 3 minutes, actually 4 minutes into added time, and Germany's struggling to break down Ivory Coast. They're having a really bad game in terms of controlling the midfield because that's where they're actually losing this game. The way Ivory Coast have set up, they've got 4 at the back with Sangare in front of the defenders as a center defense. Then they've got 4 in the middle as well. So when they're defending, they all come back together. And corner to Ivory Coast, corner whipped in and cleared. Nothing comes from the corner. Can you guys hear me now? See, I just had a little error on my side, but it looks like it's back. Ivory Coast with the throw in, tried to go long throw into the box, couldn't get to any player, but they won the ball back. Now Diomande is on the left there, takes it back. All right, so Conan and Diomande looking to link up on the wing there. The defenders are for Ivory Coast actually go up quite a bit in the pitch when they're attacking. So that means they're very confident in keeping possession because so far, honestly speaking, as much as the stats may show that Germany have majority of the possession, It's what they're doing in possession that's not impressive. Um, so that's been the biggest difference. Guys, I'm just going to quickly take a break here. I see that I'm having a few technical issues, so I will be back shortly. Please hold for me. Guys, it's half time. Apologies for the technical issues I was having. I've sorted them out now, but it is half time and it's 1-0 to Ivory Coast. Who would have thunk? Ivory Coast. Come on, guys. Come on. Beautiful stuff. Honestly, I did say from an African perspective, I'm supporting Ivory Coast, but my mind and my football brain told me that Germany are a bit too strong for Ivory Coast, but that was incorrect from my side as well. And the captain doing what the captain does, leading by example, scoring the leading goal. Let's see what they can do in the second half. I hope they don't come out in a negative fashion. I hope they continue what they've been doing in the first half and counter and look for that amazing second goal. But for now, when you look at the possession and the stats of the first half, we have ball possession in Germany's favor, 61%, and 39% goes to Ivory Coast. In terms of the XG, for you XG fans out there, Ivory Coast have a 0.75 XG, where Germany have 0.68. So you can see that Ivory Coast have created better chances with the possession that they've had, whereas big chances, they are even. 2 for Germany, 2 for Ivory Coast. Total shots go in Germany's favor, 8 shots for Germany with 4 for Ivory Coast. And when you look at the goalkeepers, the busiest keeper has been Ivory Coast keeper with only 2 saves, where Neuer has only had to make 1 save. And corner wise, we've got Germany with 3 corners and 1 corner for Ivory Coast. And yeah, guys, keep voting in the poll. I see you guys are going ahead, saying that Musiala is in the lead right now with 67% in terms of the guy to equalize. We've got Kai Havertz at 33%, and no one's voted for Florian Wirtz or Sané. Let me know, guys. It's half time. We will come back and keep voting to let me know who you think is going to equalize for Germany.
Hey, man, a driver. Let's baby. It's gonna last me the whole day. It's fine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
We're back, guys. The live stream. Second half has started. Ivory Coast has started us in. Let's see who's going to either get an equalizer or score a second goal. Just to share an interesting stat with you guys. Let me actually type it in. Let me know in the chat, guys, who you think is going to equalize. You'll see the stat that I've just posted. What do you guys think of that? This is honestly the third time that Ivory Coast have led. Ooh, Germany came close there with Musiala. Musiala's playing out of his skin, man. As a number 10, he's actually impressing me. I know you guys say so far in the poll, he's leading in terms of the player to equalize, 67% in terms of equalizing for Germany. But we obviously in the corner have other players who can, like Havertz, Wirtz. We also have defenders who can also do it as well. So yeah, you'll see there in the stats, this is the third time that Ivory Coast have led a World Cup match. And the last time they did so, they ended up winning the match. So do you see Germany equalizing, or do you see Ivory Coast opening or extending the lead? Because the way this game is, I doubt that we're only going to get one goal in this game. So the second half has started pretty much the same way as the first half. However, Germany are putting a lot more pressure, pressing a lot more, coming out with a lot more energy. And I'm sure that comes straight from the coach and the coaching staff telling them, come guys, you need to meet the energy. If you guys want to win this game, you need to earn the right to win this match. So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Who are you seeing ending up winning this match? And in the poll, let me know who, if you see Germany equalizing, who's going to be that hero for Germany. We're pretty much 52 minutes into this match, and as of the second half, Germany have allowed Ivory Coast to have a bit more possession, because going into the second half, they were leading with possession. They still are, which is 60-40, but Ivory Coast are enjoying keeping the ball a lot longer than I would have expected in the second half. Germany are attacking. Ivory Coast have a way of reading the game and getting the ball out of danger just before Germany pull the trigger. Let me know in the poll, guys, who's your main man to equalize for Germany, and what do you guys think of the stat with regards to Ivory Coast leading and winning those 2 games that they led prior, this being their 3rd game in their history of the World Cup leading? Are they going to continue with their good luck when it comes to that, or are records meant to be broken? Let me know in the chat. Scoreline is still 1-0 to Ivory Coast. Germany attacking in the box. Yates finds Havertz. Oh, bad first touch. Bad first touch. Lost the ball right there. But Germany are putting pressure on and coming closer and closer. They knocking on the door. Let me know, guys. What do you think of that stat? Oh, this game is end to end. Ivory Coast coming close to scoring, and it's corner to Ivory Coast now. Ahmad Diallo takes the corner, does not find anyone. Foul. Ball goes to Germany. So far, who's been your man of the match, guys, so far? Let me know in the chat who's your man of the match so far. Ivory Coast are actually attacking so well, guys. They are not fearing Germany whatsoever. They're playing with composure, get to the final third. Like I said, since the second half, they've had majority of the possession. I mean, when you look at it, Germany are giving them a lot of space. Way too much space. Oh, Diomande couldn't hit that on target. All he needed to do was to hit that on target. Germany with the ball, looking to create an opportunity. Sané couldn't find Dietz in the middle. Germany still with the ball. Sané got the ball back, looking for Havertz. Havertz has the ball, takes it back to Sané. Sané looking for other players in the final third, couldn't find anyone, takes the ball back. The ball goes back to Musiala. Musiala to the middle. Rudiger with the long range shot over, well over, off target. Yeah, no, Ivory Coast are very calm. They're not rushing anything. Shosanda Wanaguna, I see. Ivory Coast captain, the goal scorer, is your man of the match thus far. Well, if the game finishes 1-0 to Ivory Coast, he will have to be man of the match with how he's been playing, very disciplined, controlling the line, and bagging the winning goal if it finishes 1-0. But for now, like I said, the way the game is, I don't see that being the only goal of the game. So that's why I say, guys, drop a comment. Let me know who you think is winning. Also, get involved in the poll. Let us know who you see equalizing, because the way Germany are attacking looks like they're fighting for that equalizer. Like right now, they are in and around Ivory Coast box. Dietz finds Musiala, corner to Germany. Pavlovic comes off. Sane comes off. We've got Amiri, Undav, and Luvelin coming on to change the game. Let's see who makes the biggest impact. Who else did they take off? Because I see there's 3 players who come off. So even Musiala. So yeah, that's very interesting. That means the coach is looking for something different, because the guys who've been there, who I deem as the most creative players for Germany, have been taken off. Let's see how this will transpire. So that means for now, I'm going to end that poll, because Musiala and Sane are not there anymore. So that means that nullifies the poll. I'm going to create a new poll now, where I'll just basically create a poll with the players that have come on. So Havertz is still on the pitch. We've got Florian Wirtz still on the pitch. And in place of Sané, Musiala, they took off Sané, they took off Musiala and Pavlovic. They've added, okay, obviously through the injury or the knock, Antonio Rudiger has come on, so I'm not going to put him as a goal scorer, even though he can score from corners. Let's rather put in the new guys that have come in. We've got Jamie Luveling. We've added Nadim Amiri. And Undav for Musiala. So I'm just going to put those four for now. You guys let me know between Havertz, Vietz, Luveling, and Amiri, who's actually going to get the equalizer. We've got a corner for Germany. Since it is a corner, if you think it's going to end up in a goal, put the number 2 in the comment section or in the chat. If you think it's going to be cleared, put the number 1. Let me know what your prediction is with this corner, guys. Are Germany going to equalize, or is it going to be a clearance? Kimmich is taking the corner. Corner goes whipped in. Off target, guys. Off target. Time is running out for Germany. We're already 65 minutes in. Can Ivory Coast make history, guys? They have never, ever gone to the knockout rounds. So Ivory Coast still have the ball. They're playing so well, guys. I'm actually quite surprised that Germany have no answers. It's not like they haven't had opportunities. They just haven't been on target. Germany have the ball. They're trying to create opportunities now, attacking. Florian Wirtz, Kimmich. Wirtz, who's on the floor there for Germany? Oh, he's got a dead leg. Wirtz has found one of the subs. Subs is coming in. Ooh, nutmeg. Too easy. Too easy. Ivory Coast got the ball back. Oh, Amiri, he just came on. Ah, it's just a dead leg. Yeah, no, that's definitely a dead leg. You can run that off. Let me know, guys, in the poll who you guys think now is going to score, since the other 2 guys in Musiala and Vietz. Oh, wait, yes, Musiala and Vietz. Musiala and Sane have come off. Florian Vietz is still on. Just let me know who you guys think is going to equalize for Germany. I'm going to remove the poll when we get to 75 minutes. When we get to 75 minutes, I'm going to ask you another question to see if you guys think history will be made. So Germany have the ball now, attacking corner to Germany. So those of you who are in the chat, go to the poll. Let me know who you think is going to score the equalizer. We've got a German corner here. If you think it's going to be cleared, give me the number 1. If you think it's going to be a goal, give me the number 2. And if you think They're going to miss it. Give me a number 3. Clearance, number 1, Sandawana Guna. You got that right. Ivory Coast goalkeeper rolling in pain. I wonder if he got hurt. Yo, he's really rolling. Nope. He's milking it again. Let's see. Let's see what happened. What was that? That was cleared. Okay. So he dived into his own defender. So that's the pain he's actually feeling. German fans are losing their minds and they're also getting nervous. Keeper's back up, looking good. So it looks like Germany have just equalized. Who equalized for Germany, guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. My stream is a little behind. Cross in for Germany. That looks like one of the guys who just came on. Who? Number... So Amiri looks like he assisted. Thanks, Sandawana Guna. Undab. Number 20 is... What? Amiri. Or Undab. Thomas Müller and Hummels. Matt Hummels in the D. Undab. So Amiri with the assist, Undab with the goal. 1-1, guys. 1-1. So that poll can end. Germany 1-1 Ivory Coast. Game on. And this is where things can get a bit tricky for Ivory Coast because the momentum is with Germany. And when Germany smell blood, they usually find a way to finish the game. However, we all know that teams after scoring are at their most vulnerable. So let's see how things are going to sway with regards to the momentum going forward. Havertz, Germany controlling the game now, a bit more possession. Tried to thread a ball through, couldn't find it. Ivory Coast are coming out, lose the ball again with a poor pass. Couldn't find their man. Germany back with the ball. Germany back in control. Germany looking to go forward. No one in the box. Germany going to switch. Rudiger on the ball. So impact players definitely combined together and got the equalizing goal. I did say that I'm going to come with another poll. Let me know, guys. Will history be made? hydration break. I have dropped a poll there, guys. Let me know. This will be the first time in history that Ivory Coast would make the knockout rounds in the World Cup. So if they draw, they stand a chance to do it because the current standings in Group E is Ivory Coast and Germany on 4 points currently. So that means that they would be safe into getting through to the next round with 4 points. Mathematically, that would make them safe to get through to the knockout rounds. However, their last game, if I'm not mistaken, Cote d'Ivoire's last game will be against Seleção. Not Seleção, Curacao. Curacao rather. So let's see. Yes, it is Curacao on the 25th. So that means they would have made history if they don't lose this game. So let me know, guys. Get in the poll and let me know.
This Toronto Stadium, a super sight on a match day. A wonderful place to play host. Will go together in a few days' time. Senegal and Iraq as well.
We're back with the second half, basically the final quarter. Let's get back into it, guys. So, like I said, let me know in the poll who you think, if you think that Cote d'Ivoire can make history and get into the first knockout stages of the World Cup. 75 minutes, 25 minutes to make history for Cote d'Ivoire. There's also a new rule. Previously in the World Cup, if it was group stages, goal difference would be the determining factor with regards to making it through. However, with a new rule, they're making it head to head first. So that means that with Ecuador, as an example, and Curacao, mathematically, according to head, they would be knocked out. While Curacao, obviously finishing third, will go through if they not Curacao, if basically Curacao or Ecuador, whoever gets 1 point in this group will make it through. But let's say Ecuador were on 1 point and Curacao remained on 0 points because they would have lost 2 games that would have knocked them out of the of the possibility of finishing third, even though their goal difference would have saved them. So they're working on head to head, where in another group, if I'm not mistaken, this was the group with Haiti and Brazil. You'll see in Group C, Brazil and Morocco are currently on 4 points. Scotland on 3 points. Now, if Haiti win and Scotland lose, Haiti will equal Scotland on 3 points, and by goal difference, if Haiti were to score more goals than Scotland, mathematically on goal difference, Haiti would then be third, Scotland fourth. But because they've lost their first 2 games, even though by goal difference they make it, they would not go through to the next round because with the new rules, head to head weighs more than goal difference. So that's something for me that is kind of strange in the World Cup because goal difference was always fun. Yes, there are moments in the World Cup where it's still a factor. However, for example, with Tunisia and Japan, Japan is currently on 1 point. If Tunisia and Japan draw, that means that Japan are going to go through, even if Tunisia in their last game win, because of head to head. So it's a little weird for me, a little weird. But let's get back to our game and see how it's going. 80 minutes in, we've got Germany's with majority of the possession still, and it's still 1-1 to 1-1 draw between Germany and Ivory Coast. So let me know if Ivory Coast can hold this draw or cause an upset, because we've seen many upsets in this game. Oh, German coach could get a yellow card for that reaction with the ball. That was looks like he got away with that just because Havertz. Let's see, Singi and Havertz. So no yellow card for the coach. So coaches, I guess, are allowed to throw the ball, but players aren't. Interesting. Yates pushing forward. Oh, ref. Referee wants to play part of the game. Got involved and blocked the pass, which has been given back to Germany. Let's see. Yates. Yes. Ivory Coast looking for counter. Got the ball back, pressing hard. Didn't let go of the ball. Pass to Diomande, who's now playing on the right side. Oh, bad pass from Diomande. Diomande and Vietz battling for the ball. Looks like they lost the ball. Let's see if it's a free kick or if they lost the ball to Germany. Another substitution for Ivory Coast. Who's that crying for Ivory Coast? Okay, Ivory Coast back with the ball, taking the free kick. Single came off for Douay. So I take it that was single crying. Ooh, nice cross in for Ivory Coast. Number 22 couldn't convert. Who is number 22 for Ivory Coast? Let's see. Ivory Coast. Bonnie probably. Evan Guesang. Evan Guesang. Bit messy in the box. Germany looking to counter. Ivory Coast get the ball back. Ooh. Shot from outside, deflected by the defender. Diomande on the ball. Diomande loses the ball again. Diomande gets the ball back. Ball goes out for a throw. Diomande looking tired, guys. Better take that. Better take that throw in quick. Yeah, the ref is getting involved. The ref will give the throw in to. Oh, okay. Diomande comes off. Nicola Pepe is on. Let's see what Pepe can do. We know how good his season's been in France. Havertz comes off as well. Who's going to come up? Voltamore probably. No, not Voltamore. Havertz comes off for Goretzka. That's experience. That's a lot of experience. So no goal for Kai Havertz. Both teams looking to score a winning goal here because Nicola Pepe will be fresh legs and Goretzka will also be fresh legs. Let's see how these teams try to play this chess match and find a way through. Germany on the attack, long range shot, keeper got it. Can Ivory Coast guys finish with a draw or snatch this game right at the end? So what's going on now? The ref is getting involved in quite a lot of things. I mean, both managers are getting desperate, and I guess they're going to be using their desperate tactics to try and get the result that they want. Obviously, for Ivory Coast, it would be ideal to get a draw. This game has a lot of history lying on it, just for Ivory Coast to make it through. Because a loss for them would be a massive blow, and a draw for Germany would be a blow in itself. Germany building up in attack. "88 minutes in, 1-1. Nicolas Pepe going straight up in attack. Got a lot of space on him. Nicolas Pepe, what can he do? Looks for the pass. Oh, bad first touch. Bad first touch, guys. That first touch could have changed the game. That was a bad first touch. Nicolas Pepe did all the hard work only for Germany to get the possession back. Let's see how this will end. Germany in control in the final third. Ivory Coast are a bit too nonchalant with regards to giving Germany the space. They're giving them a bit too much space because any cross you see, oh my word, that was a good passage of play by Germany. Nathaniel Brown almost got the winning goal. Beautiful cross to Vietz. Vietz crosses it into the box. Nathaniel Brown takes a shot on target. Ivory Coast keeper did the job for Fana. So now Germany are attacking again. That's what I was saying, that Ivory Coast mustn't give Germany this much time. Germany can literally get this game and snatch it because they are looking the hungrier of the two. Whereas a country is playing for an equalizer. However, the other country is playing for all 3 points. So counter-attack by Ivory Coast. Could this be the dream? No. Germany coming back, looking for the winning goal. Cross through, straight to the keeper. Yeah, straight to, oh, that was a beautiful save. And a damn good shot by Nathaniel Brown. Then Nicolas Pepe, they're showing the highlights again of him doing all the hard work only for him to pass it to the player who just needed to shoot the ball. But no, he wanted to touch the ball. Why are you doing the first touch when you should be shooting? Germany countering Nathaniel Brown again. Keeper, beautiful. But that was Amiri. Amiri actually with the shot there. Keeper doing what needs to be done. Wow. Germany are desperately trying to win this game. And we're 2 minutes into our 6 minutes added time. Let's see. Anyone gonna snatch this game? Okay. Ivory Coast looking to build from behind. Nicolas Pepe tries to get the ball back, loses the ball. Germany get the ball. Foul to Germany. Nathaniel Brown looks spent. The man is tired, or the boy rather, is tired. Germany have 3 minutes to win this game. Ivory Coast have 3 minutes to make history, guys. 3 minutes in it. And Ivory Coast would have qualified for their first ever knockout stages in the FIFA World Cup. Will Germany snatch the stream away from them, or will Ivory Coast get to live and appreciate the stream? Let's see. Are they going to realize the stream? Kimmich, the ball. Germany know that this could be one of their last build-ups. Germany are through. Oh, Ivory Coast got the ball out. Rudiger on the ball. Rudiger passes it back. Looks like Germany have just stolen this game. Looks like they've just won this game, guys. Let's see how they get this winning goal. Cross through. Oh my word. Oh my word. Germany have scored, guys. Germany have just won this game. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ivory Coast fans are distraught. So close, guys. Literally 2 minutes 30 seconds away from making history. Well done to Germany. They kept on knocking on the door. They finally got that winning goal. And yeah, for European teams or countries that aren't really realizing their potential, Germany has come through. Down 2 goals. Wow.
That's a world-class finish. This touch, this pass is literally pinged into him.
Wow, 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 guys.
And the touch was perfect. And
Amazing.
the shot was like a...
So Undav is the impact player. Comes on, not only scores the equalizer, but he scores the winning goal. That first touch was amazing because that ball came in fizzing, hot. Wow. So who does Undav play for? Let's have a look. Undav comes on. Let's view his profile and see. Undav plays in the Bundesliga for Stuttgart. And he's 29 years old. And let's look at the season he's had. Let's check his season for the Bundesliga. Played 29 games, started 25, 19 goals in the Bundesliga. Not a bad return at all. And that's just the Bundesliga. Scored 3 goals in the DFB Pokal. Scored 3 goals in Europa League as well. So he has over 20 goals this season. Undav is making his name on football's biggest stage. Congratulations to Germany. They have fought and found a late winner. Ivory Coast represented themselves well. When you look at the league standings or the group standings for Group E, it's Germany with 6 points, Ivory Coast with 3. That means if Ecuador beat Curacao or Curacao beat Ecuador, that would then basically ruin the opportunity for Ivory Coast to make it through. However, it won't be the end because Ivory Coast just need to beat Curacao, not draw, need to beat Curacao to actually finish in the second spot to make it through. They don't want to finish in the third spot. The second spot would be the ideal spot for them. I do apologize for the sound coming through. But no, the game is done. And yeah, Germany honestly earned their way through. don't know how Germany's coach did not get a yellow card in this match. I really don't know how he didn't get a yellow card. But yeah, well done to Germany. Top of Group E, they should finish. Um, Germany should be able to beat Ecuador in the final match. Portugal should be able to beat Curacao in the final match. So from our side, we are pretty much done. 2 in the morning, it'll be Ecuador and Curacao. We will battle it out. Then tomorrow, there's a nice big game with Spain versus Saudi. Let's see if Spain can actually get a point on the table, on the standings, because knowing them, they in the last, if I'm not mistaken, 17 first games of the World Cup, they've only won 5, so they never start well. So let's see how things go. Let's see how things go. It's not over for Ivory Coast. It's just coming so close. I do understand how they feel dejected, but otherwise, they have represented themselves well. They have shown that they can actually compete in this World Cup, and I'm sure we will see more of Ivory Coast, and I'm sure that they will make history in this World Cup. So, to all of you who tuned in, thank you very much, and let me know who you guys see topping the rest of the group stages, and do you see Spain actually going through? Please continue to like, subscribe for those who are new, and yeah, thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, guys. Take care.